Good morning. As you can probably immediately tell, right, everything for this class is a little bit different in terms of the way it's formatted. Like what it is that you're actually doing is not so different. It's just how we're doing it is different. Um, so you've got your instructions video on slide 3. That's what you're watching right now, presumably. And what I'm going to do just real quick is just show you how to do the warm up and then maybe like one or two other things in the rest of this Google slide, just so that you're familiar with, where everything is, how to do everything, how to turn it in, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So what you are doing here is you are clicking on this link. Okay. It's going to bring you to a Google Sheet that has a bunch of information. Okay, so what you can see here is you've got ID numbers on the left side and then your unit assessment grades. Okay, now this is taking just a little bit to load, but what you can see at the bottom, right, is that there's different period numbers. So you want to click on whatever tab represents the period that you have for my class. So if you have a US history for 6th period, you want to click on 6th period, and then here's where you're going to be able to find your ID number. Okay, so it's really important that you're in the right period because it is separated that way. But it is just your ID number. There shouldn't be any reason why other people have your information or your the ability to identify like your grades or whatever. This is just your personal for your personal use, right? Now, once you have that, what you're doing is you are actually going over here and you are clicking on each bar that you took an assessment for, and you are adjusting it. So you just want to grab this and you want to pull it up to wherever it is you got. So like if you got a 60, you would pull it here, right? For this next assessment, if you got like an 80, you would pull it up here, that sort of thing. Okay, simple as that. That's all you're doing there. And then once you're finished with the bar graph, you just want to answer these questions based on your assessment scores. Other than that, just make sure that you're listening to the audio files that are in the top right, because remember, those have just important information, like me giving context, me giving some additional guidance on certain things. Um, with like the readings are going to be different in that it's not a separate Google sheet that you are answering in, or excuse me, a Google Doc that you're answering in. You're going to be answering here, but you can see that these links bring you to the readings themselves. So you read that, and then you come back and you want to answer those questions. Okay. For this one, it's a little bit different. You're creating like a political poster, like as in like you can see here, it's like a little sign that you would be holding, say like, yeah, you support this person, but you want to talk about like why you support Andrew Jackson, okay? And it is from the perspective of someone who supports him. So you want to write about his role in the Battle of New Orleans, write about his view of the elite, his view of the common man, find and paste at least one image all on here, okay? So if you're not sure how to do a text box, that's just this button here. Click that, click here, and you'll just be able to type in. And then you can obviously move that around a little slow. You can move that around wherever it is that you need to move it. Cool. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is like pretty straightforward. Once you get to this slide here, this is just telling you that you are finished with everything and you can go ahead and turn in the Google slide, and that is it for the day. Okay. So if you are confused by anything, because again, I know it's different than what we used to do, but I do think it's similar to like what your science teacher does, for example. But if you have any questions, if you have any confusion or anything like that, just email me and I will respond, helping you out. Okay. All right. Well, have a good day.